So we do some damage, do a little bit of a damage check. We were not going to be able to kill that Bologna, so we're going to start backing up. We're going to go ahead and blink away. The Fenrir is going to blink on us. We're going to use our 2 and our 1, and we're going to just trade him. Easy. You can't fight into Freya like that. What do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Seanyb Gaming, and today we have a viewer request to play Freya in the jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload 6 to 7 times a week. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intention of seeing what went right and what went wrong. If that is something you're interested in, please check out the channel and subscribe. If you are a returning viewer, we had this request via the Discord server. I think this is a very interesting one, and as you can already tell, I made a mistake and bought the Hunter's Blessing instead of the Assassin's Blessing, so we're going to deal with that in just a moment. But let's go ahead and dive into Freya's kit. Freya's 1 is going to enhance her basic attack, making it deal more damage. Freya's 2 is going to turn her basic attack into a ranged attack, and you're going to shoot this giant ball. The ball is going to have an AoE effect, and it's also going to slow enemies. If you use your 2 and then your 1, or you have your 1 activated while trying to use your 2, the ball will only affect a single target. Freya's 3 is Banish. It's going to knock players into the air, and they're going to be immune from taking damage until they fall back down. So you could actually remove an enemy from your ally's damage. So you gotta be very careful how you use your 3. And then Freya's ultimate, she's going to become CC immune and then fly into the air. And she's going to be able to shoot 4 shots down at the ground and cancel at any time. And then Freya's passive is she has 10% lifesteal plus 0.25% lifesteal for each level she levels up. So right now at level 2 we have 10.5 lifesteal. We're gonna blink through. We get a poke onto Oleron. We get we get a kill onto Oleron. We're gonna also, oh my goodness, can we get this Fenrir too? Chiron gets a slow. I think he's gonna be able to get out. Yep, and there's his dash. So we're just gonna back up. We have pressure in mid, so we should be able to invade their red buff right here. What had happened is I was a little slow to mid lane because I bought Hunter's Blessing instead of Assassin's Blessing. And because of that, their jungler got there first, put a lot of pressure onto Chiron, and then I just kind of so happened to show up at the perfect time and make a rotation in. So we just dropped red. The left lane is very far pushed up. I don't know how much we're going to be able to do at level 3, but we're going to try to make an effort. Our red buff is also available. So I remember I was playing with my friend Preston. I think he is... No, he's playing as Binary Studios, and he was saying that that lane is working together really well. That Bacchus and Hachiman have to be in a party because they're just hitting all of their abilities together. So we die, making the rotation over there. Kind of a silly rotation. We don't have an escape. We're not that strong right now. And it was just bad positioning. So we live and we learn. We are going to have to help in that dual lane at some point, but we got to make sure that whenever we rotate over there, we can actually do something. So not having the Assassin's Blessing is definitely slowing my jungle clear down, but let's go ahead and go over the build. I went Hunter's Blessing. I definitely recommend going Assassin's Blessing, and then I bought into the tier 1 of Bancroft's Talon, and then I'm going to be going into Boots. Since Freya has some lifesteal built into her passive, adding an additional lifesteal item and then an item like Typhoons Fang can really push Freya's lifesteal into kind of a ridiculous range to where she's going to be able to heal a lot whenever she is trading. So Oleron was able to clear wave before me. We're just going to clear wave with this Chiron. Gonna make our way over to this red buff. We are a little low on mana, but I think we will be alright. Rotate back mid. Try to let Chiron know. Well, I guess I don't need to tell him. If I could get a good knock-up with my 3, or a banish with my 3, we could potentially kill this Oleron right here. Yeah, he's donezo. Chiron gets the pick. Sticking to this Fenrir. Do not want to trade into this, so I need to start backing away. I'm going to use my 2, so I get the AoE clear with range, and then I'm going to fall back, pick up some boots, and then start the rotation again. So this game, we are going to be going Shoes of the Magi, really tripling down on that lifesteal passive, and trying to build some lifesteal items to synergize with it. So we're starting another rotation. We're going to hit the Jungle Shrine, which they just released the mid-season patch notes the other day, and they are going to be completely reworking a lot of the aspects in Jungle. I thought that that was a very exciting change of pace, and I'm looking forward to the new designs. So we're going to drop the blue for Cthulhu. He was close enough to get the XP for the big minion. That's kind of the minion that counts. Oleron is very weak. If we could get a banish, we might be able to get a pick on him. We're just going to hit these mid harpies though. Fenrir is on Chiron, so I probably should be helping him out instead of hitting the harpies. There is an ultimate. There is another ultimate. We miss our banish. But we were able to show up, get a little bit of damage onto the Oleron, and save the Chiron. So next we're going to try to invade their red. It is not there, so we're going to go check our red. Hachimon is a little far pushed up into jungle right now. Might be worth a rotation after we get red. No, he's back to normal. There's Bacchus. Gets the Chiron. That is unfortunate. We get the banish. We're going to use our 2. So you can use the banish on Freya to knock them into the air, and then you can use your 1 and 2. They have a very short animation before you can actually fire, but while they're in the air, you can use your 1 and 2 to get it ready for as soon as they land. You can start using your basics. So speed is almost up. We're going to make a rotation back there. So their jungler is over in right. We might need to rotate fully to solo lane, not just drop the blue buff right here. Cthulhu was able to secure their blue. Now it looks like they're trying to invade and go for our blue. And they're like, oh, we found their jungler, let's pressure him. Little do you know, I'm going to banish that nonsense. I'm going to start shooting some basics. I'm going to ult to avoid all your damage. I'm going to get ulted. And then I'm going to go down for talking mad nonsense. But it looks like Chiron and Cthulhu are both rotating, so hopefully they can clean those fellas up. Bologna gets out. That is unfortunate. They both got out. So right now, we don't really have the health or attack speed to fight into that. Plus we were kind of low as we engaged it. Maybe a little bit too confident, but as we start to come online, those fights are actually going to be in our favor instead of their favor. Or I should say, we will have the advantage once we have our crazy lifesteal and attack speed online. But since we died in the right side of the jungle, our speed and blue are both down, so we're going to rotate out from the fountain to the left side of the jungle. We're going to go straight for red. I noticed that Bacchus made the rotation over, and I saw that Hachiman was kind of pushed up. So I asked my friend, is Hachiman in lane? They say no, so I just start rotating back. Being able to have comms with somebody is very helpful. Remove that ward. They have 3 people. We're just gonna walk right through all of them. Hope nothing happens. Nothing happens. So we're just gonna clear the minion wave. That is an Oleron ultimate. I think he was trying to capture us with that.
Trying to run it down mid, baby. Nice job.
This Chiron is getting a lot of kills. Oh, we missed the banish onto Fenrir. He gets the pick onto Chiron. Unfortunately, we were not able to save him. I don't think Bacchus is going to be able to solo us right now, especially since he's building kind of a tanky build. So we're just going to clear wave, leave the lane for Chiron whenever he returns, and then we're going to go for our speed. So as Freya as a jungle pick, I think it can work. I mean, it kind of works, but it can be canceled out pretty easily. She doesn't have any dash, and if she misses her banish, she doesn't have a whole lot of other setup. So I think she is fun in jungle, and you can probably get away with it, but if you were playing ranked, jungle Freya is probably going to get a few complaints from your teammates. We use our 2. We're going to banish her up so we can close in on her. Keep using our 2. There is a Fenrir ult. 3 people here. We're going to go ahead and ult. We're going to try to stick to this Bellona. We were able to get the... Oh, Chiron. No, I got the pick on the Bellona, but Chiron got somebody else. There's 2 people over here. Cthulhu just went down, so I'm going to want to start backing up. It looks like Chiron is making a rotation over, so I might want to try to loop into jungle. We place a ward. 2 people here. Looks like they're focusing me. Now they're on Chiron, so now while they're on Chiron, we are going to go in and try to get all of our damage off. We get Fenrir Reek, and Chiron is able to get the kill onto Fenrir while he was in his ultimate, so he does not die. He actually gets a percentage of his health back. Now it is us on this Bacchus. He does not have a whole lot. We do have our banish, but Chiron is able to get the pick. So we have enough money for our Bancroft's Talon. Red buff is up. Talon is rotating on us, so we're gonna want to rotate away. 3 people. I don't think there's anything we can do for that Chiron right there. So we're just going to walk away and back. We're gonna back and buy. The Chiron is a little far pushed up. Then Oleron ulted, so we had to go even farther up. And then 2 people were rotating into mid. It was nothing we could do for him in that situation other than just act like bait, walk out there and die. So I think we made the right call of falling back. We're gonna back, get our Bancroft's Talon online, and then we're gonna be going into the tier 2 version of Demonic Grip. This is going to increase our power, attack speed, and I believe movement speed just a little bit. Could be wrong on the movement speed. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong on the movement speed. We're going to rotate over, drop the blue for Cthulhu. So we maxed out our 2, now we are going to be maxing out our 1, and then our 3 we're going to save for last because it doesn't really do any damage. We walk out, Fenrir's right there, we're going to start trading with him. He's eating all of these for me. We're going to ult just to get a little bit of separation. Chiron gets the pick onto the Oleron. Bellona's making a rotation in. We're going to use our 2 and our 1. She's going to back away. We miss our banish. We're going to keep pushing with the team. We're going to rotate behind just in case Bellona is trying to flank them. We might be able to pinch her. So it looks like she's just going to squeeze on by our teammates. There is a Cthulhu ultimate, so now I feel like our job is to stay alive and try to get pokes onto the Phoenix, but their whole team is here. Cthulhu just kind of pushed past their Phoenix and ends up going down. We just lost another teammate, so now it is time to back up. Soul's going to be able to get the tower. Looks like they chose to rotate onto Charon and leave me alone, so I'm just going to strip a little bit of their jungle before I back.
Don't even bother calling for backup. I'm already unstoppable.
Stripping the jungle at 14 minutes into the game is going to really offset this side of the map for the enemy team. So now hopefully our Cthulhu can stay even further ahead of Bologna. He's got 2 levels on her. Oh, and then my controller disconnected. Life of a console player. So we got our Demonic Grip online. And Demonic Grip is going to reduce the enemy's magical protections by 1%, and it's going to stack up to 3 times. So by reducing their magical protections, you're going to make sure that you're dealing more damage. Demonic's Grip is kind of the magical version of the Executioner, which is the physical item that provides attack speed and reduces the enemy's protections. So we are just going to drop the blue buff. Not having the basic attacking with Freya is not how it goes. You gotta use either your 1 or your 2. If you just basic attack, it's gonna take forever. We're sticking to this Bacchus. We're a little tipsy from Bacchus. Intoxicated, that's the correct debuff name. So we can definitely burn down Pyromancer. If somebody can tank this, I can just lifesteal off of it. Love it. Just tank it a little bit and then walk out so it resets. So we just got the Pyromancer. Pyromancer is going to give everyone on our team 100 gold plus 3 gold per minute. So we are at 15 minutes. That means that everyone on our team got 145 gold. And anyone who leaves the fountain for the next 90 seconds are going to get a 40% increased movement speed for 15 seconds. So left lane is getting pushed pretty far. Oleron does not really have an escape, so we could definitely try to pinch him right here. There he is. We get the banish. Oof. Goodbye, Oleron. Here comes 2. We're gonna ult to get away from this Fenrir. Turn on us, bud. We're gonna use our beads. We're gonna fight, and unfortunately, we get pinched by multiple people. So we're gonna go down.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving the fountain next time. Why was he even?
So at this point in the game, I feel like Freya is still pretty squishy. She does not have a whole lot of health. We have 0 protection, so we're taking a lot of relevant damage. We might look into getting a hybrid or a defensive item in just a little bit. There's still a few more core items I want to get online, like Typhoons Fang and Telkhines ring. But I do realize that at this point in the game, some defense or a defensive item might really benefit me. So instead of going into Typhoons Fang, I'm actually going to continue increasing my attack speed and power. I think going Bancroft's Talon, the lifesteal boots, and then going into Demonic Grip gives you a good balance of all the stats that you want as Freya. You have some power, you have some lifesteal, you have some attack speed, you're reducing the enemy's protection, so you even got some built-in penetration going on. We're going to clear this fat wave in right. So after we've gotten those 3 items, we can either go further into lifesteal, we could go further into penetration, or we could go further into attack speed. And this game, it looks like I'm going into attack speed first. I think going into Typhoon's Fang or Telkhines ring, either options are viable after Demonic Grip. We're going to go ahead and back because we know that the enemy team is rotating on us. We were able to get out of there just before the Fenrir got there. So our speed is down. We don't really have a whole lot of camps to go for. The Pyromancer and Gold Fury are down. Now is the point in the game where we should be grouping up as a team and trying to push structures. getting a pick or two, and then going for Fire Giant. We're going to banish Bacchus. He's pretty tanky. It's going to take us a while to burn him down. No real need to chase him. He's just going to prevent us from taking the route we want to take and getting the farm we want to get. So we're just going to leave him. Oleron is very far pushed up, so we're going to go ahead and try to rotate onto him. We miss our knockup. We use our beads. We miss a lot, but we're going to use our ultimate to confirm the kill. So right there, my 1 and 2 both went onto cooldown, and I didn't really want to just use my basic, so I used my ultimate to kind of carry over the cooldown time. So we're on cooldown, we have a little bit of time to burn. We're going to use our ultimate to burn that time, and then by the time we're done ulting, hopefully our stuff is off of cooldown. So 3 people in mid, this is going to be a little bit of a rough fight. We use our 2 and 1, we get some decent damage off, but we just take a lot of damage, lose over half our health. We don't have any health potions, we are just running with mana potions and wards. So we're just going to kind of try to defend this tower. Looks like they are disengaging. Just took some great poke from Hachiman. Wow. And I go down. Did not expect that Hachiman to be there.
Trying to run it down mid, baby.
So we got our Telkhines ring online.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving the fountain, Nick. You really thought you could contain
So
this
we
amount
should
of
probably
goddamn
have
talent?
warded the left and right entrance to the jungle right in front of that tier 2 tower. It looks like they were camping out kind of as a team. The Bacchus was hanging out in lane, but then you also had the Bologna in right, the Hachiman in left, and Fenrir hanging around somewhere. So it was kind of a good little trap that they set. And I fell right for it. We even had the wards to try to counter it. We just never placed them. So this Charon looks like he's going to be able to get the tower for us. He just uses his beads. He's going to have to dash out. I think he's going to die for it. He's a little far up. Maybe he'll be able to trade out with the Fenrir.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving.
Very nice. He was able to get the Fenrir. Oleron and Hachiman are now
Somebody's
on
gonna end
him.
up calling the police if this cyberbullying
Hachiman's able to get the
continues.
kill. Bacchus is alone in middle. However, so are we. Nike is coming up. So I think at the 18-minute mark I said we needed to group up and fight as a team. I don't think our team really has done that successfully yet. We've kind of clustered around the tower, but we didn't really group as a team and make a concerted effort to fight them as a team. We were a little scattered. In that last fight, the Chiron was all the way in the left. Not saying that that was a bad decision, but he wasn't there for the team fight. At this point in the game, we're ready for the 5-on-5 team fights. We have the lead. We would win these team fights. We just need to group and push structures. But it's hard to communicate all of that with the in-game chat. We're going to make our way back to speed. So now Freya is starting to feel a little bit big now that we've got the Telkhines ring online. Her attack speed has gone way up, which means her damage output has gone up way up because she's going to be able to shoot more
Somebody's gonna end up calling the police.
enhanced
Cyberbullying.
2s,
This guy actually thought he was gonna carry him.
or pulse shots, I should say. We're going to rotate over to this team fight.
Big brain over
We don't
here.
want to be the ones missing out. 2 people here. We're going to stick to this Bacchus for right now.
Just do yourself a favor and don't even bother leaving the fountain next time.
So there is an item on the ring tree that will give you hastened effect whenever you land a basic attack. This item is really good on Freya whenever she is a carry because it allows you to chase down the enemy in lane. Usually if you're Freya and you use your 2, all the enemy has to do is step back, and then whenever you try to shoot your basic attack, it's going to slow you down, and if you miss, then they're going to just run away and wait for it to time out. But if you buy this ring, the hasten ring, it makes it to where if they're backing away, you can just stay close to them and keep landing your shots. So if you're going into lane, that is a great item for Freya. But since we are in jungle, we're kind of trying to go into the more power and lifesteal options. So we do some damage, do a little bit of a damage check. We were not going to be able to kill that Bellona, so we're going to start backing up. We're going to go ahead and blink away. The Fenrir is going to blink on us. We're going to use our 2 and a 1, and we're going to trade him. Easy. You can't fight into Freya like that.
Where's my team?
It looks like our Cthulhu goes down. Charon is trying to tussle. For some reason we go onto Bacchus instead of the Hachiman. Oh, I think it's because we burn Bacchus. We get the knockup onto Bellona to prevent her from canceling. Charon gets a double. We set up a lot of it. A little salty. He gets a triple. Good stuff for him. So we have the wave coming. Hopefully we should be able to burn this. 3 hunters, 2 magical, well, 1 hunter, 2 magical hunters. We should definitely be able to burn this. That is a middle phoenix. We might be able to get the Oleron here. Lots of lifesteal going on. And we are able to get the pick onto Fenrir right as he is ulting. That is a beautiful sight. So I was pretty weak. Gonna go ahead and back. Now we're gonna build the Typhoons Fang. Typhoons Fang is going to give you some magical power, and it's also going to convert your magical lifesteal into power. So now we heal more, we do more damage, and we're more powerful. So in a one-on-one fight, if we can land all of our basics, I don't think there's anyone on the enemy team that we are afraid of. However, whenever it's a group situation and I'm not landing all my basic attacks, we gotta be very careful with our spacing. Because our only way out is if we ult. If we get caught in a bad position, we have to ult. I'm gonna go ahead and put some wards near the fire giant. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start it. The soul's gonna rotate over, hopefully. Lots of lifesteal coming through. So one of the changes in the, we're able to get the fire giant. Bellona uses her ultimate. We're gonna try to fight into her. We see somebody's behind us. We're gonna ult up. We are on cooldown for our 2, and we're gonna go down. We were able to get the fire giant. So while we were doing that, we have 3 people pushing their left phoenix. They have at least 2 people near us, so we should be able to get this left phoenix right here. I think at this point in the game is whenever I realized I had evolved Hunter's Blessing instead of Assassin's Blessing. It took me 28 minutes to figure it out, but I finally figured it out. We're going to be going into Obsidian Shard as our replacement for our starter item. Obsidian Shard is going to give us 20% magical penetration, and then whenever we use our ability, that ability is going to have 30% magical penetration, and then there's a little bit of cooldown on the enhancement to 30% on an ability. So Bellona was able to get the pick onto Nike, and we did not get that tower. Or that Phoenix, I should say. We're going to go for a speed. Pyromancer is up and Gold Fury is respawning soon. We're kind of just waiting for our team to respawn so we can group up and try to push with them. I think that was a full wipe. I don't think anyone on our team has Fire Giant anymore. So we need just one more good push. Let's trade with this Oleron. We have our beads. We're going to try to keep trading. We're able to get the pick. We would not have been able to get that without beads. We need to... I'm going to push right lane. This Fenrir wants to fight into me. I think we win it. Looks like he might be going mid. No, he's trying to dance with me. Jumps out of that at the perfect time. We're gonna go ahead and blink onto him, get some good damage off. He uses his second dash, and he's going to have to back to Fountain. While he's backing to Fountain, we are going to try to burn this Phoenix down. Nope, we're gonna rotate mid and hopefully get a pick or two here.
Just do yourself a favor and
That is the Hachimon going down. There goes the Bellona. So now we can group as a team and push this middle Phoenix. Fenrir is on me. We're going to use our 1. And we are able to get the middle Phoenix. He leaps back in. We're going to try to stick to the Fenrir. Lifesteal off of him. And we're able to get the pick. So now we should be able to just push in and clean this game out. That is the Deicide. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you feel like you learned anything at all, please check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The details for this game will be posted in just a second. If you ever want to make a request, please join the Discord server or leave a comment down below. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.